Hey guys, and welcome to the shop. Today is a continuation of working on my 1980 Camaro. We've had issues with it. If you saw the last video, we replaced some O-rings and cleaned up some stuff with the transmission. We ran it, checked the fluids, and did all kinds of stuff like that. And I still have an oil leak. That's never gonna stop. Yep. And so with that, we heard a lot of noise coming from this muffler, and with that, this thing, it's you can kind of, real weak. It's old. It's been sitting up. These are both old. This will probably end up having a hole in it soon. So we're gonna replace them, and we're gonna replace them with these mufflers I've got. Well, I have these Flowmasters, or knockoff Flowmasters. They're pretty decent, but apparently I've had mice living in them. So I've got to figure out how to get all this crap out without getting it stuck. So, oh, there's all kinds of stuff in here. They collected stuff. Dang. Yep. No, well, we're gonna clean them out. There's probably no telling how much more is in there, but that's what came out of both those. But let's check into something. So we just ran it for a little bit, got the temperature up, and we don't show any signs of leaking right now. That's good. All right, back to it. All right, well, now that you saw that these mufflers have had mice living in them, and I'm hoping to get everything out of them. I need to measure up the piping right here to see if that is going to go over it. If it doesn't, we're going to figure something out. And I don't know how we're going to do that other than probably welding those to this and just calling it a day, because this is all nastified anyway. But it looks like, yeah, it looks like I'm going to be able to fit all that, hopefully. But this whole thing is rusted up. I've got a hole right there, which is fantastic, which doesn't really matter. And a hole right there. Wow, these things are getting nasty and old. So what we're gonna do is, these tips are going away. These brackets are gonna have to stay because that's where it's holding it up. And then these have side kickers, if you wanna call it that, to throw the exhaust sideways. And we're gonna have to cut and readjust them. So first things first is we're going to start cleaning the threads of all these up to get these things off, and after that we're going to cut the tips off those and rotate them. Sucks because they don't really need to be rotated much, just enough. So we're going to break out my welding table and get to work. Well, yeah, things are done, and mufflers are on the floor now. So I'm curious to hear this thing without mufflers. let's yeah, let's do this. I'm curious. Oh, knocking stuff down. Man, I like that. Yep. But we can't have that. We got to have some mufflers. I want to drive it around and be able to hear a little bit. I do have a radio in there, and it would be nice to hear my 80s hair bands. So let's get this back up in the air, get these prepped, get them in. All right, lining this thing up. My issue, this is a side exit and the other was a center exit. So this has to kind of adjust itself. It's self-adjusting, it's okay. Got this lined up on this side, but this side has a gap. So we're gonna tack it on this side and then we're gonna pull it until it meets that. And this is just gonna have to deal with life. So, and then we'll loosen it all up and put it where it needs to go after we tack this in place up here. I got a little mess over here, but just so you know, this is one of my favorite welders, a Reboot. I have no affiliation with them, but yeah, that thing works wonders. I've used it for about 4 years now. No hiccups. It works perfect every time. I use it for MIG, TIG, and flux, and you can even use it for stick, but never had an issue out of it. So I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. We got it on MIG. We got some 75-25, and yeah, we're gonna knock this out real quick. So let's get it. All right, it's not pretty, but as you see, got the kind of side exit. They're not 100% the same. I'm not worried about that. They're gonna do the job, because I needed some clearance here, because this is drooping all the way, but that's pretty close, and this one's further away. As of top, they're pretty close, but they're not moving. And if they move like a 1/4 inch. They don't even move much at all. So, but these welds are not pretty, but they'll do the job. So now we get to hear it. So let's move everything away, out of the way, clean everything up, especially my mouse house. And yeah, if you haven't seen this table, it's on my other channel, 251 Designs. So check it out. It's a Harbor Freight / Vevor or Clutch fixture table that has turned into a mobile welding / welding and yeah, fixture table. Mobile welding and welding. Yeah, so on that channel as well, I'm doing reviews on all different types of machines, kind of like here, but it's going to be more in depth, and it's going to be more comparable to different machines on there, as well as designing and fabrication of metal signs, metal brackets, other machinery kind of deals. So yep. All right, let's set this thing down now. All right. Oh, the door. I need to fix the hinges. This thing needs a lot of fixing, but we're getting piece by piece. Oh, let's get in here now. Let's listen to this thing purr. Not too bad. Man, I was going to do a burnout for you, but I don't know if y'all can see that temperature right there. I got an air bubble in my radiator, so I got to get rid of that real quick. Once I get rid of that, should be good to go. So I'm going to cool it down a little bit. This thing's kind of warm, and we're going to make that happen Hopefully my water pump's not dead, so it shouldn't be, hopefully. All right, well, today is a new day. Just taking too long yesterday, and yeah, we're back at it. So our issue is this radiator has no water in it, or at least some, but it's at the bottom. So we got a couple gallons right here, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna get our it's called a spill-proof funnel kit. Bam. And we're gonna put this on, and it is going to hold water until the entire system opens up and the thermostat and all that opens up, and we get water everywhere we need to, because we're missing water and coolant. So that's what we're gonna do. So let's get to it. All right, well, we are good to go now. It stops bubbling up, and we'll start it, run it, and see where we go from there. Where the water went? That's a good question. I did overheat it a while back and threw all the water out because one of the radiator hoses blew off because the belt came off from the water pump. And it happens. Overheated it a little bit, but there's no water in the engine itself. I don't see any leaks, so that's a positive part. So I'm going to run it and see where we get. So we got the temperature to about 165, 170. Oh, it doesn't really go any higher than that normally, even sitting here revving it out. So we got fluid still. We had to fill it up one more time, but it sucked it all down. Yeah, so we're good to go on that now. Let it cool down, and then I'll put the cap back on and all